All right, everyone, welcome. This is May's session of the Internet Researcher Sourcing Community, and I'd like to welcome Gary Doherty from Parkwood International. He's going to be really taking a look and walking us through how he and Parkwood in particular have really used and leveraged video content. He's done an awesome job on this. This session is being recorded. I will have the PowerPoint loaded in with the video onto the path. I'll send an email out to everyone. If you have any questions during, please raise your hand in the WebEx, and we will have a Q&A session at the end. And Gary, take it away.
Thanks, Chris. You can hear me okay?
Yep, sounds
yes?
great.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, before I start, I wanted to put in my own little pitch for Chris. He's been running these meetings for a while, and for a while he was doing all the presentations, and now he's asked for us to step up just a little bit. And pick a topic that you're interested in. Chris helps you out all the way through the process. He sent me the PowerPoint template and outline. We've had meetings. He's given me support and did some research for me. And maybe you think it's too much to handle just on your own. Put the topic into our message board and find somebody else that could work with it on you. You guys split the duties or whatever. And there's tons of topics out there. Maybe after today, your topic will be Gary doesn't know what he's talking about with YouTube, and you could do that presentation. I don't care, whatever it is. So I am going to talk about YouTube, and as we know, it is the second largest search engine out there and owned by the largest search engine, which of course is Google. And so we'll start with a few stats that we see from YouTube. There are 1 billion unique users a month. 100 hours of video are uploaded every minute. Of course, YouTube does skew to a slightly younger demographic, but the fact is that everybody is watching YouTube. 1 billion of those users, 25% of their watch time is on mobile. So keep that in mind when you're making videos. There are really 4 factors that come in play. With videos, number of views, the title of the video, the description, obviously, and the rankings. The 2 most important, I think, are the the number of views and the ratings. And I don't think this matters if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. People are interacting with your video, and that's what advertisers, that's what YouTube is looking for, to say, hey, this is a popular video. People are watching it, whether they're liking it or not liking it. So just a little bit on YouTube. Of course, I'm sure you're all familiar with it, have watched a video at a time or another. So why did Parkwood start pushing for job videos? Well, back in 2013, at the regional workshop, Michael Petrak, and he actually did this presentation twice. We saw it in Dallas. He also did it at the Midwest Central workshop in Chicago. And his topic really was maximizing LinkedIn, but he did touch on using videos to get that message out there, as opposed to people having to read things. They get to see you talking about them. This was a little record of Petrak's production before he left the MRI franchise he was at. And this is 1, 3, and 4 out of all the recruiters in MRI. So, I mean, was really doing a lot of production. And it was a great presentation. We didn't really do much in 2013, except in December, Bodie in our office asked us what it would take to do that. So I said, well, that's interesting. I started looking into it. In 2014, I saw this article about the most followed recruiters on Twitter. And I was, like I said, looking for people who are doing video presentations. And this was the top 3: Jessica Morel, 111,000, Sean Smith, 175. And of course, if you've ever heard me talk about social media, I've mentioned Axel Koster before. In 2014, he had 459,000 followers. So what's happening today with those people? Well, Sean Smith has gone down a little bit. Jessica Morel, for some reason, changed her Twitter handle and has gone up a little bit. She now has 114,000. And did Axel top out at 460,000? No. Now he's at 685,000. So Like I said, I was looking into what Axel was doing with his video. He does approximately 20 job videos a month on YouTube. So this is a couple of the first videos. This was Petrak's first video, and I'll just...
Hi, this is Michael Petrak with the Alpine Group. As you may recall, I run the medical affairs recruiting team here. And the reason I'm reaching out to you is one of my new clients is putting together their first ever MSL team. They're expecting the launch of their Ultra Orphan product at the end of Q1 of next year. Now there's only 50 KOLs nationally for this position, so there's only going to be 3 MSLs for the whole US. So if you're a senior MSL who supported an orphan or ultra orphan product, you're going to want to hear about this. They do have a D degree requirement, so if you're qualified and interested, please send along your resume, and I look forward to learning more about your background. Thanks.
So as we can see, not in a big studio, not spending a lot of money. Even the audio and the video is not great. He's just sitting in his office. Axel, his first video had a little bit more production. This was shot with at his desk cam again, but using iMovie to do a little bit of editing with it.
We're looking for an executive sous chef with equal talent for restaurant and catering operation. The position is based in Colombo, in Sri Lanka, and is managing one of the largest catering operations within the subcontinent. The main responsibility for the exec sous is the daily operation of all restaurants, where the fine dining restaurants are very much into the Michelin star style standards. We're looking for someone who has the organizational understanding and abilities to manage and direct large functions, where especially government function can go up to 2,000. If you have interested to work into a world-class hotel and would like to work in a subcontinent, then we invite you to apply for this position.
Again, not a big studio, not a lot of money. The audio and video, you can hear it. He added in a little text which helps people hear what you're saying. So this was not Parkwood's first job video post. It was our second, and I'll explain why I'm bringing it up in a second.
Parkwood International. Are you a registered nurse with experience? Would you like to live in San Antonio, Texas? If so, we have the perfect position for you. The most preferred healthcare system within South Central Texas is hiring experienced nurses.
Okay, so like I said, this was our second video. We didn't frame it very well. She's halfway in a door frame there. You can see the light switch behind her. And then me, the editor, found a cool new tool that was available in my editing software. And the Star Wars effect, probably not the best idea for a job video. Probably not appropriate. It is, like I said, it was early on. I thought, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll do that. And it wasn't really happy with it. And it's really kind of not the best idea for a job video. So I'm just pointing out that just because you can do certain things doesn't mean you necessarily should. So this is where we are today. Now, Krista Whiting in our office is very creative and gives me a lot of guidance as to how she wants her video to look. In this case, she wanted to do a Mortal Kombat theme. So I'll check that out.
Hello, I'm Krista Whiting with Parkwood International. I'm a search consultant over our healthcare division. Do you want to put on your resume that I'm part of a health system that's been #1 in the 20 best places to work in healthcare? Then this is the job for you. My client has 14 different locations throughout DFW, and they need every single kind of nurse available, especially critical care and med-surg nurses. They have a 98% employee satisfaction rating, and they're ranked in the top 2% of hospitals in the entire nation. They also have tuition reimbursement for employees pursuing clinical degrees and career development programs. Do you need to pay off that sign-on bonus for that hospital you joined but it's not the right fit for you? they offer a transitional sign-on bonus and will pay it off so you owe nothing. If you want to be part of an incredibly tenured organization where nurse advocacy is part of everyday culture, send me a resume. You can see all of these roles and all of the additional ones that I'm working on throughout Texas by visiting our website at parkwoodinternational.com.
So once again, shot with one of the guys had a camera in the office. We are micing people now, but still not in the studio, not spending a lot of money. Now the cool thing about YouTube is once somebody starts watching your video, they if they have autoplay on, then the next videos that are on that list are going to be your videos. So it's just going to keep people engaged with what you're talking about. This was our most watched video.
Hi, I'm Sherry Kemp, Executive Vice President and leader of the Pharmaceutical, Biotech, and Healthcare divisions here at Parkwood International. We've had another fantastic year and want to thank our clients and our contacts. Happy holidays to you and yours.
Hi, I'm Gina Labulsi. I support the Pharma Biotech division here at Parkwood. Thank you for your business.
Hi, I'm Mary Greer.
And I'm Krista Whiting.
We run the healthcare practice here at Parkwood International.
And we want to thank you for being part of our network.
Happy holidays!
From all of us at Parkwood, we wish you
Happy New Year!
That was our most watched video. Going back to that autoplay, if people are sharing our holiday video and watching it, and they do have that autoplay turned on, they're going to see our job post videos, which is what we're shooting for. I just threw this in. Don't be afraid to throw in some fun stuff that's happening around your office too. This was President of Parkwood's birthday a couple years ago.
Knock it down. Hard. Get him down. That looks so funny for mine.
So don't be afraid to throw in a little culture from your office too, just keeping people engaged. So analytics and synergy. So how does this all work? These are the 5 videos I put up in April, and a week later they had a combined total of 277 views. And now you go to the YouTube's analytics page and you see our number of views is actually 326. So we got 49 extra views of older videos that we had just from people watching the current that we just put up. So here's the top 10. Of course, the top 10 are the ones we just put up. This is the second most 5 watched videos. And you see we got 16.5 more views on job posts that were months old, but people are still going back and watching them. Another analytics tool is a company called vidIQ. Excuse me. And there, of course, there's a free version, a paid version. I just use the free version, and you get this kind of list. It's a Chrome plugin. You get this kind of list next to every video that you watch. So not just yours, any video you're watching. And of course, if you want a side job making an extra $77,000 a month, that's possible. All you really need is a synthesizer and to know how to horse dance. And of course, everybody knows how to horse dance, right?
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
That was it currently is the most watched video on YouTube. This is a vidIQ page from our YouTube. And as you can see, I'm trying to get these out and sharing them on several social media platforms, and that's really your goal, is to get it out to as many people as you can. That's LinkedIn, YouTube Direct, Facebook, and the 9% is Twitter. The other thing you can see from this page is that we are getting about that 25% view rate on mobile. So you want to keep that in mind when you're making your videos. So how much does all this cost? Well, you can start for free. Excuse me. If you have a Windows machine, Windows Movie Maker is a free download. If you're on a Mac, iMovie comes included with the operating system. They're both very intuitive, easy to use, and of course you can watch a YouTube video on how to work with them. There are several other free video editors out there. Whatever you feel comfortable with, you can use them. As you get a little bit more advanced, you might want to try some other options out there. Adobe Premiere, a couple $100. I think Chris mentioned that he uses Camtasia. I think that's $200. I'm on a Mac, and so I've upgraded to Final Cut Pro, which is $300, and that's max. And that used to be what all the studios were using. They've transitioned over to Adobe Premiere, but Final Cut it used to be multiple thousands of dollars. It was $4,000 or $5,000 to buy the software. Now it's $300. So it's really become cheap to produce your own videos. Hardware, again, free. Use a smartphone. Everybody has one, and if everybody doesn't have one, at least somebody in your office will have one. And the cameras are just getting better and better. Or webcams. You can pick one of those up, $5. They range in price a little bit, or you might have one built right into your laptop. Obviously, good video is important, but I think it's critical that what you say is being heard clearly. Again, there are cheap options. You can get one of these lavalier microphones, $20. They range in price to very expensive. I use a lot of Rode microphones. They're very high quality, reasonable price. If you shop around, you can get a Rode Smart Lav for about $60, $70. Those work if you're recording just one person. If you're recording a group, you want to get some kind of shotgun microphone. These mount on a camera. Rode also makes one that plugs right into your smartphone. Now, if you're going to be using a smartphone to record the video, and some sort of audio microphone you're going to plug into it, you want to make sure it has all three rings. That's the only kind of microphone that will work in your smartphone. So that's kind of all I've got. Please, if you get a chance, check out our website at parkwoodintl.com. I've got all our social media down there. Please follow us on Twitter, follow on LinkedIn, like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you do watch one of our videos, please give us that big thumbs up, because that interaction is really what helps with the video. And if you reach out to me, I will do the same for you. And I'm thinking of, Chris and I mentioned that I might actually offer a service for editing videos. If you're interested in something like that, go ahead and reach out to me. And that's a brief overview. If you want to get into editing and learning how to do this stuff more, there are YouTube videos that'll help you do that. So that's all I've got, Chris. Back to you.
Gary. Really appreciate it. Before we get into Q&A, I want to show you guys the first YouTube video I ever posted. This is from 2011, so let me share my screen. And Gary, I don't even know if I ever showed you this one. Let me pull it back here. And you're going to find the one I did, I shot on a crappy cell phone. But I actually, I had two people reach out to me. Didn't place anybody from it, but I had two people reach out to me from it. And this was, a couple years ago. So let me share my screen here. All right, I'm going to let you guys know there's no audio to it. I took pieces of paper and I wrote on it and recorded it with my phone. this was, I mean, this was it. And we actually, I think I had like 45 views, kind of go through it. One thing I want to impart is Gary's done a phenomenal job in the video editing. I mean, what he does is absolutely incredible. Don't feel like if that's, if you can't do that, that you shouldn't be making video at all. This is something you can do. You don't have to have a crazy budget. You can use your cell phone, write a script out. I had a question kind of come in on the length. You know, it's not something that takes an inordinate amount of time to really be able to put together. And I think that's something that's really important, is focus on being heard, on getting your message out, but it really starts on how you present it. Gary did a good job of showing that they share it on LinkedIn and Facebook, and it's cool to see where the people who watch it come from. Share it over and over and over again. You're essentially creating your own mini 30-second commercial. If you look at television, a company doesn't put together a commercial and just play it one time on the air, and then that's it. No, you see the same commercial every time there's a commercial break. Share that on LinkedIn every single day, 5 times a day, because a different audience is going to be seeing it each time. So Gary, a question for you. This is from Annalisa. How long does it take you to kind of record, produce, start to finish? What does that look like today for you?
Well, our office has gone even a little bit farther than I expected. And what happens is Bryce will set up the camera, a couple of lights, kind of stage everything so that they're sitting in the right place, and then we'll schedule everybody on one day. And they do half-hour blocks, and it doesn't even take that long. A couple, they're, like you said, they're 30 seconds, a minute long, so you can run through 3-4 takes in 5, 10, 15 minutes, and they're out. And then he just, throughout the day, just shuffles in another recruiter. They've got their script already. Bryce has printed them out into cue cards just to, help them along, and everything's all set up. So throughout the day, it maybe takes a total of a couple hours. And it takes me a little bit longer. I'm a kind of a perfectionist, so it's my fault. But I'm sure, like I said, that first video that P-Track did, or even what Axel is still doing today, probably takes less than a half an hour to add that text, edit them, and put them up. And another thing I didn't mention is these software programs, iMovie and Windows Movie Maker, have a link right in the software to shoot them right to your YouTube channel. You just put in your username and password, and it just click a button, it uploads it right to your YouTube channel. That's it. It's easy.
It's really not that bad. You can also use PowerPoint to create a video. I have a PowerPoint I put together on how to create a PowerPoint video that if you guys are interested, I can send out in one of the IR presentations. There's lots of different ways you can go with this. Again, don't feel like you have to start off spending a lot of money and investing in crazy special effects. Put together a quick script. Think of the email you would write out, kind of detailing, the top line of your position. Think of the job description you would write. Put a quick script together. Again, you can use free tools with Windows Movie Maker, with iMovie, and even if, now I know you all have computers, but if you have an iPhone, iMovie is on your cell phone as well. I create tons of movies for my family just using iMovie on my iPhone. You can add text, you can add logos, you can add soundtracks. It takes me 20 minutes, to kind of put something together like that. Play with it. It's a lot of fun, but share it over and over and over again. Push it out there. Do things regularly. Include it in email blasts. When you're in YouTube, there's actually a spot where you can say or look at the embed text. It'll give you some HTML. You can put that into one of the MRI Network template emails. So if you've ever seen a First Friday that has like a video link in it, you could create a newsletter that has a link to your video just like that as well. Those are things, if you have questions, let me know. I can certainly help you with. Any other questions from you on how to create video, recommendations on how to get started? This is a topic that I think is really cool. Doesn't take a major investment, but you can start to see some build up and payoff on. One other thing to keep in mind, and Gary had mentioned that YouTube is the second largest search engine. If you've ever gone to Google and searched for something and you found that videos or YouTube links show up at the top, it's a great way to search engine optimize your brand or your firm. Because if your competitors don't have YouTube videos, you're going to show up above them, even if their website gets more hits, because Google cross-promotes YouTube. So really, keep that in mind. Even if you're putting together stuff you threw together in 20 minutes, recording it on your webcam, start putting them up there, start promoting them on social media, include them at an email blast, ask for people to like them. Social media is something where you need to take action. You need to give them that call to action. So if you're sharing it on LinkedIn, make sure you ask for their like, for their share, for their comment, for them to reach out. I think that call to action still is really important.
Yeah, and super impactful on them re-recommending your video on YouTube, saying, here's something that's getting a lot of activity. It's the liking, the sharing, and the comments that really gets it moved up on their list.
And if you have an office with lots of different people in it, have all of them share it. Don't feel like just the company page shares it. Have the company page share it, and then every single recruiter share it a couple times a day. Or then start to like it and comment on it. That's going to expand the message, expand the footprint, and you're going to be able to drive traffic home. This is not something I think you're going to see, a short-term impact on. You're not going to be able to come back and say, hey, I made this one placement from this one video because the one candidate reached out. Could it happen? Absolutely. But what you're doing is you're building your brand presence. You're getting people used to thinking and viewing you as the expert in the ABC space. And again, it doesn't take an overly extensive, a budget. Gary didn't mention it, but on Amazon, you can actually get green screen and lighting for about $80. I mean, you can use your iPhone camera because it's got a pretty good video camera, especially if you're, fairly close range. An $80, green screen setup, and then a, $20 lavalier mic. That's not a bad investment, and that would be pretty high tech. You wouldn't even have to go that crazy.
Yeah, I didn't mention it, but I do have my own YouTube channel, and I have a green screen, and I put up different backgrounds, and it's super easy. There's a 5-minute YouTube on how to use the green screens, and they're super easy too. So absolutely.
Think of the power of video. I know anytime that I need to fix something around the house, I go to YouTube and look at a 2-minute video on how to do it. Start branding yourself as the recruiter so that when people think of, hey, maybe I'm open to making a change, they're going to want to go and see what your firm has videos posted on. All right, we're coming up on the half hour. Any other questions from the team on, again, how to create it, how to get started, questions on the script, on loading it, on creating, on promoting it? Gary's a great resource. He's done a phenomenal job with this. And I certainly love to be able to see that as well.
Yeah, I'm here to help as things pop up in the future as you start doing this.
Excellent. So big thanks, Gary. Really appreciate your time putting this together. I have this session recorded, so I will get this converted, loaded into the path. I will have the PowerPoint available on the path as well. It'll be associated with the video, so you have access to all of the links, all the research, all the work Gary put together. You'll have that information. And again, if you have any questions on how to get this started, or you want to take us to take a look at something you have, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to help and support you guys growing your office. All right, thanks everyone. Have a great day.